Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the Feminine's Fortune Teller. So this is for you divine feminines out there. I wanted to do a reading based on the Queens of the Tarot, as well as the High Priestess and Empress, since those are all of the feminine archetypes. So anyways, you guys, please just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'm going to be using here today are actually created by myself and will be listed down below, as well as these beautiful Orgonites here, created by Michele from Wing & Bell. This is the Divine Feminine Fire, Fire Nude, if I can speak. And then this right here is the Fortune Teller. So anyways, you guys, let's dive right into the messages. So we're going to start off with the Queen of Wands energy. This says confident and magnetic. And this right here is, how are you currently on fire and what are you attracting to you because of this? So let's look at this energy. Okay. How are you currently on fire and what are you attracting to yourself because of it? This is my Goddess Awakened Oracle deck. Let's see what we need to know here. How are we currently on fire and what are we attracting to ourselves because of it? Ooh, we have mesmerizing. Damn, look at that. That's kind of Queen of Wands energy to me. Foxy. So this is like super attractive vibes here. This is a lot of people seeing you as very attractive. Your energy is definitely on fire. And it could be that, you know, maybe you guys have done a few things, or it could even just be like you feel really good about yourself. And you know, when you feel really confident, it's like it's an energy. It's a vibe. Other people are feeling it. Other people are picking it up. So that is what we are seeing here for you guys right now. Foxy on fire. And I just got Foxy Lady from Jimi Hendrix. That's you. That's so cool. All right, let's see what else. Let's go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle Revised Edition. All right, what else is coming through? How else are you guys on fire? Oh my God, look at you guys. Holy smokes, union. Okay, some of you guys are drawing someone in like a magnet or a moth to a flame. This is harmony, fusion, and merging. So maybe somebody's like timelines are merging with another person, but you're coming into union to exactly what it is that you have your focus on. So if it's another person, it could be you guys drawing someone in, drawing something, you know, to you or back to you. But it could also be that this is something that you want to merge with, something that you want to have union with, which could be the perfect job. It could be, you know, starting your own business or something. It's like you're getting what you want because your energy is on fire right now. So this is fantastic. You're fusing together with something that you want. All right, let's go into one of my newer decks, which is called the Mystical Encounters Oracle. Ooh, we have Atlantis, discovery and adventure. So it's a new adventure, right? It's something where you're like going to discover something very, very different or very deep within yourself, or it's just like something you've never experienced before. It's definitely very deep though. So you're doing a deep dive, or you're going to going deep within yourself in order to get what you want, or you're going deep within a partnership with someone, and it's going to prove to be the adventure of a lifetime. So I feel like there's like a being swept off your feet vibe and just being so ecstatically happy. All right, this is my Winter Wonderland Oracle. Let's see what else. Stuffing things down. Well, guess what? We're going deep. Whatever has been stuffed down, whatever has not been dealt with, it's like we're diving deep into discovering something. So maybe some of you guys have dug deep within yourselves only to discover your truth, strength, and power. Maybe you are finally coming together with yourself. You're finally coming to like union with the self is what I just got for some of you guys. You're literally experiencing union with yourself. And when you experience that union with yourself, it's amazing how other things start coming to you. Other things that were so difficult or problematic before, blockages, all of those things seem to disappear very miraculously. And I feel like that's where you guys are at with your Queen of Wands vibe. This is fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get a tarot card. So this is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot, which is where these queens came from. This is the revised edition. Ooh, Six of Swords, tranquility ahead. This means you've successfully transitioned to the other side of a situation. So whatever shitstorm you were in, whatever difficulties you were experiencing before, this is all about ready to shift and change. And the reason why is because your energy has changed. That's what I'm seeing here. Your energy is different. Your energy is more confident. Your energy is much more empowered. And because you are in this very empowered, you've taken back your power type of position, now things are starting to happen. It's almost like you're in the flow of life instead of the trying to swim upstream. You're not going against the grain anymore. You're actually going with the flow, and a lot of beautiful things are happening to you. So this could be union with another person, or this could just be union with your highest, best self, and you're doing exactly what you want to be doing or about ready to do so. So that's fantastic. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move now on into the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, it says intuitive and sensitive. Where are you at with your emotions, and what are you attracting in because of this? Let's look at this. Where are you at emotionally? Ooh, we have chaos, free for all. Okay, so maybe right now some of you guys are feeling a little all over the place. You're feeling a lot of a little chaotic. Maybe some of you guys are feeling kind of like, the free for all means we might not have boundaries. We might have a lot of turmoil going on. We might have a lot of people that are just basically coming at us, or they're throwing a lot of things at us, and we're just kind of like, I don't really know what to do with this. So we might be even attracting a lot of chaos right now because we're not really putting boundaries in place and telling people no, that we need to say no to. So some of you guys, this could be a lesson right now, kind of a challenging lesson that you're trying to, just kind of clear. All right, let's see what else. Oh yeah, look at that. Mute. Gotta go silent here. Silent, voiceless, unspoken. We're either got to go silent and cut someone off and stop talking to someone, or it means that we've got to speak up. Instead of saying nothing, instead of doing nothing, maybe we need to say no. So it could go either way, you guys. But if you guys are experiencing a lot of chaos and you feel very heavy emotionally right now, it might be that you're attracting a lot of chaos and situations to yourself in order for you to conjure up that strength to say no, to hold that healthy boundary. Sometimes we do attract teachers to us to help us, to teach us to find our voice and say no. Even though it doesn't seem like that's a teacher, it seems like it's an enemy. Actually, there's a person in your life perhaps that is teaching you something about holding your own and speaking up and being honest and truthful and not being afraid and taking back your power. So maybe look at it that way if you can. All right, let's see what else. What else do we need to know? Oh, we have the Dwarven. I don't know why I can't say that correctly. Petty and grudges. Look at this. Oh my God. Okay. It could be that we're kind of being petty and holding a grudge against somebody. We're pissed off because why? Somebody's pushing us. But we're angry at, this is just an example. We're angry at somebody else because we don't have the courage or the strength to say no to this person. They keep pushing us. So we feel really triggered and irritated, and we feel really turned off by this person. We're just so angry and just like, I wish this person would just leave me alone. But maybe the lesson is that we need to basically tell this person, you know what? I need you to back off. I need you to respect my space. Maybe being, saying nothing isn't really getting it across. Okay. But it could be that if you decide to take care of yourself and go silent with people that are just kind of stealing your energy and just don't really give a shit about what you're saying anyways, they don't respect it. If they're going to hold a grudge against you, being the Queen of Cups can sometimes you feel guilty. You feel guilty because you're very sensitive and you're very kind. And so you're just like, I don't want to be mean. I don't really want to hurt this person. But sometimes being, hurtful and firm are two different things. You can't really control how other people are going to take things. And you can't control if other people are going to blame you or be pissed off at you because you're being healthy and holding your ground. So yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of people in my personal life, and sometimes I'm willing to admit that maybe they are right. Maybe I am a bitch. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I know what's going to work for me. And it's not in a selfish way. It's in a self-care type of a way. I know that there's certain energies that are extremely toxic to me. And if somebody is displaying those traits and I basically cut that off, or I'm just like, yeah, we're not going to continue, and they hate me over that and they want to hold a grudge, that's on them. That's not on me. So as long as you're being true to yourself and you are being honest, and sometimes you can't actually communicate to certain types of personalities, at the end of the day, just feel good about what you're doing and hold firm in that. So I feel like there could be two different things. We're either holding a petty grudge over somebody because we don't have the tools to resolve it, or this is someone that we're just like, I do have to hold my ground with them, and they're just going to kind of have to deal with it. And I'm going to have to be okay being hated if that's what this person wants to do. It's a very difficult thing to go through. But I feel like maybe right now you guys are feeling a little overwhelmed, or maybe, just kind of irritated in some way. And it's giving you an opportunity to draw a healthy boundary and speak your truth, or to just do something that is healthy for you. Yeah, look, assistance is needed. Elf. Now, if you guys need help with this, it could be that maybe you talk to a trusted friend. If you guys have a therapist, talk to your therapist about it. This could be consulting a reading, consulting cards or something, or consulting your spirit guides or your higher power, God, however you guys connect in that way. So maybe you need to pray about it. Sit and take some time and pray about it. And maybe perhaps you will have clarity either in the morning or at a later date, and you'll be able to feel like you can handle something. So ask for help from your angels and your guides and God. And I feel like you guys will be able to do something with that strength behind you. If you need help, as in you need a friend to basically sit in on a conversation because you feel safer, or you want to know, wow, I don't want to feel like I'm crazy, or I don't want this person to feel like they can, kind of steamroll me in a conversation, have somebody with you when you have a conversation. That could also be assistance is needed there. And you're not weak for needing that, just so you guys know. Sometimes it is smart to have someone that has your back, be there for you in a very trying time, especially if you feel weak, and especially if you feel like you're dealing with somebody that is going to try to manipulate you or steamroll you. Don't be afraid to ask someone for help, okay? We do have the Page of Cups, message of love. Okay, so, the Queen of Cups is kind. So I'm getting here that your vibe here, you're very kind, okay? But you can get really, really irritated and really drained just like anyone else, especially if people mistake your kindness for weakness, or especially if you're a very giving person and you attract a lot of people that are takers. And the thing is, when you have people taking, and you're not really getting anything back, your energy can become very lopsided. And so we can become very irritable as empaths. So I feel like we need a message of love sometimes is, you know what, thanks, but no thanks. Or you know what, no, I'm not going to be able to do that. You can still be a loving, kind person and use the word no, okay? It's a learned art. Learning to say no, learning to decline offers, learning to, you don't have to respond to everything either that comes your way. You really don't. And so it all depends on what feels right for you, what works for you. And like I said, if other people can't handle it, then they're not your people, period. Okay? They're just not your people, period. So the Page of Cups to me is just like you're doing things with kindness, but you're also doing things very firmly. And sometimes the most loving thing that you can actually do for someone is to say no. And this actually happened to me recently. It was really hard because I do have a lot of empathy, and I know how people I don't know how all people are feeling, but I felt like I was pretty plugged into this individual because I was close to them at one time. And it's not appropriate for them to be reaching out to me anymore because, the situation is over, with someone connected to me, and it's just a boundary that needs to be drawn. And I let it slide once, and I thought, okay, well, maybe they will not reach out to me again, but they did again. And I thought, you know what, this is a time where, it needs to be understood that, that this isn't going to continue on any further. So it's a really, really hard thing when you have people that kind of push boundaries or that just don't get it. And maybe they're coming from a good place. Sometimes people are trying to play games. I don't know in this situation, but as the Queen of Cups that I am, depends on what time of month it is, I guess. I'm sorry, I just had to be honest. Sometimes I'm not always the Queen of Cups. It depends on where I'm at in my hormonal cycle. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I was in the Queen of Cups in that moment, and I did really feel bad about it. And I just thought, God, I hate having to do this, but I had to do something. And, it's just one of those things. So sometimes, no response, declining, saying no, laying a healthy boundary is actually the most loving thing that you can do, because I think what will happen now moving forward is that this person will truly move on. And that's the best thing for them. It is. So that's just an example, you guys, from my own life without being too specific. All right. Now we have the Queen of Swords, which this is me, the other, I guess, portion of the month, depending on where I'm at in my hormonal cycle. Sharp and assertive, sometimes a total bitch. Yeah, all right. Ask my husband. He knows very well. All right, Goddess Awakened. Let's see. What do we need to know here? So the Queen of Swords, this is what boundaries and personal truth are you holding, and what is happening around you because of this? Okay, so where's your stance? Like, where do you stand right now? What is your energy? What do you stand for? Ooh, we have destiny, meant to be. I love this, because this right here, where you stand, is that, what's meant to be will be. And I love this stance, because this is actually my stance all the time, no matter what freaking time of the month it is. I always am. I'm never really pushing anything. And it doesn't mean that I don't try, and it doesn't mean I just give up. But there is a part of me that's it's so deeply ingrained. If something is meant to be, it will simply, the universe will find a way. And if it's not, then it's not. And that's a really hard thing sometimes to wrap your head around, because there is such a thing as free will on this planet. You have it and other people have it. So when we start talking about soul connections, there are specific ones out there where people feel like, it's fated, it's meant to be no matter what. I'm not going to get into all that jazz, but all I know is that if people do not make a free choice, a free will choice to, be in your life, there's really not a lot you can do to change that. And if you do try to use manipulative tactics or things to change it, to me, there's just going to be resistance once you finally get it, and I don't want that. I want something to be someone's idea. I don't want somebody to come towards me because they just don't know why they're coming towards me. It's some kind of energy I've put out there. I want it to be their idea, So yeah, that's just what I'm seeing with this one. It's like your stance right now is maybe where mine is in life, which is you're just going to allow things to unfold, and you're not going to try to push things that seem to be kind of pushing back or that are blocked. Instead, you might just choose to shift gears and focus on something else. And if that thing that you want so badly is meant to be, it will find its way back to you. So I really like that. It's very empowering. All right, let's see what else. Hey, we have spring, March, April, May. Okay, so maybe next year in March, April, or May, something is going to blossom. There's going to be, this kind of letting go and just, hey, whatever happens, whatever is meant to be will be. There may actually be something that springs forth in March, April, or May of next year. It's amazing when we let go and go with the flow, how things start to actually happen. The blocks are released and things, start to move. Oh, we have the gold dragon. Guess what, you guys? Next year is the year of the dragon in Chinese astrology. So I feel like next year is your year. Yeah. because you have decided to, maybe shift from your emotional side, not that there's anything wrong with emotions, but instead of kind of like, pining away over something and worrying about something and romanticizing something, you're just kind of like, you know what? I need to shift more into my logical side, and I need to focus on things that are practical, such as taking care of myself, paying my bills, how I'm going to, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to build my life, my goals. That's the Queen of Swords. And I feel like that is gold. Okay, so gold, of course, is you're treating yourself like gold. And when you treat yourself like gold, you're going to attract other people that are going to see your value and treat you like gold. So I feel like when you're generous to yourself and when you treat yourself like gold, this actually shows up in other relationships in your life. So you're actually attracting this to you. You're gold, so you're attracting people that see you as gold and that are gold themselves. Ooh, we have an admirer. Secret Santa coming through. Somebody admires you. Somebody sees you. Somebody sees your worth, your value. So I feel like an admirer comes forward. It's meant to be. It's destined. It's fated. It can be a destined connection. It could be someone from the past that does return, where you guys have an opportunity to kind of like revamp the connection. But whatever it is, this person comes to you. You don't chase it. The Queen of Swords is not chasing anyone. Okay? She's not chasing anyone. So that's why I feel like something is coming to you. Oh, it's the King of Cups. Some of you guys, this could be your person. King of Cups, Scorpio's energy. Somebody who is emotionally mature and has mastered their emotions. Somebody who is ready to love you. Somebody who is ready to commit to you. Somebody who is trustworthy. Somebody who is ready to go deep and love you. So this is the kind of person I feel, if you guys are looking for a romantic partner, that you're looking for. Okay? And the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, it doesn't mean that they're a mismatch. It just means that maybe you've had to kind of pull out of your emotional state in order to not be so dreamy and so melancholy and so sad, or whatever's going on, what could go on with the lower side of the Queen of Cups, and be a little bit more in this like strong, steadfast type of position. And then somebody comes in who's very compassionate and very loving, and this kind of melts away your exterior to where you feel safe to let down your guard and love again and to meet the King of Cups. So I think that this is beautiful. It's like you've had to become this Queen of Swords in order to attract in a partner for you. And I feel like, the things that you've learned throughout your experiences have really helped and shaped and molded you into a stronger version of you. And the stronger queen attracts the partner that she needs. That's what I'm getting here. So hope that resonates. All right, you guys, now we're going to go into the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, beautiful. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles, how do you value yourself and what are you attracting because of this? I mean, we already see that you're valuing yourself as gold. Fantastic. Let's see what else. Hey, we have Paradise, happy outcome. I just got that song from Sade, Paradise. Ooh, I love that song. So I don't know. Go ahead and listen to that song because I feel like that's your total vibe right now. You are like in your garden. You are nurturing yourself. You are loving yourself. And there's like happy outcomes that are ahead of you. Your vibe is really, really just positive and high. And, it's like paradise. It's like paradise on earth. Fantastic. All right. How do you value yourself and what are you attracting because of this? You are attracting happy outcomes. And we have winter. So we're in winter right now, or we're just in December. Okay. So it doesn't matter where you're at in the world. We are in the month of December everywhere. So we've got January and February, December, January, and February. So it might be that, once the winter months or these months kind of pass, there's a happy outcome at the end of that. Okay, so these next couple of months in the new year are going to bring forth something very, very positive and very, very happy. So if things have seemed kind of frozen or like they're stuck and nothing's really happening, there is something that's going to be happening. And we have the abyssal terrors and fears. Yeah, so what I'm getting here is like maybe you guys have kind of gone down a dark abyss and you just felt like, you know what, it's never going to get better. Nothing good is going to come from this situation, or I'm just not going to be able to turn something around. I'm never going to be happy again. It's not true. Okay. Your worst fear is that you will stay stuck forever, that you don't deserve good things, that you don't deserve happiness in this life. It's a lie that we tell ourselves. It's just a lie. It's a lie that the ego tells us in order to keep us terrorized and stuck. So that way we don't try to move forward and break free and move towards the light. So I feel like the winter is a dark phase, and then spring comes, and that's the light. So as we transition from kind of like the shadowy season, we're going into a more happier time. So I feel, I'm not saying like, oh, all January and all February is going to be dark, but really I feel when it comes to your self-worth and how you value yourself and what you're attracting, it's kind of like you attract where your vibe is. So if you have a lot of fears still, if you have a lot of things that you do still need to kind of cycle through and work through, maybe use this downtime to do some of that healing. Maybe do some journaling, maybe do some shadow work, whatever that is, in order to kind of get yourself prepped for a happier season, is what I'm getting with that. Like, you've gone through some shit. You've gone through some shit, but it's only made you a stronger person. Yeah, take the next step, trolley. So this is cool because what this is, it's like, this is not your destination. It's a pit stop. This particular season is just a pit stop for you. You are going places. You are on track. So I like this whole thing that's on a track. You're on the right track. You are headed towards a happier time, but you do have to take the next step in your life, in your healing. You are going to have to make some sort of a move or a change if you want things to change. So it's all in the way that you see yourself. It's all in the way that you're presenting yourself, not only to yourself, but also to others and just the universe. So I feel like taking care of yourself, loving yourself is the best thing that you can possibly do, because this is going to only motivate you in wanting to improve your life and situation. Yep, look at this. Oh my gosh. This right here is Saturn, Capricorn energy. So we are in Capricorn season. So Capricorn season, Saturn is lessons, karma, burdens, heaviness. This is about closing up old chapters. So as you guys close up this old chapter, okay, and complete a cycle, you guys are actually taking the next step on your journey. So you had to go through something dark. You had to like face your biggest fears, but because you've done this, it's actually making you a more well-rounded person for the future. It's like, and I know people hate it when I say this, what didn't kill you only made you stronger. And it's so true in this particular example. So wrap up the year, okay, even if it kind of bleeds on into the first couple of months of next year, but really let go of your fear of living. Let go of your fear of taking a step into a new direction or opening up a new door. Really face your fears when it comes to closing out a cycle in your life that you've been maybe really struggling with for a while, or you've been scared to leave because you don't have, that you don't feel like you have what it takes in order to do it. You're gonna face your biggest fears. And some of you guys, once you leave a situation, that might be when you really, really confront your biggest fears. And that experience alone is going to help to mold and shape you into being a survivor. And you're going to erect as just this victorious Queen of Pentacles. You are going to feel so much stronger, maybe even on your own, than without being terrorized by someone in your environment that's just such an unhealthy situation. It's almost like it's better for you to be alone than it is to be with someone else unhealthily attached because you're afraid. So I don't know if someone's going through a terrorizing situation, but I feel like you are going to be able to close out this chapter. If it's not at the beginning of the year, I feel like it will be definitely, in the winter months. That's what I'm seeing here. So how you value yourself is what you're doing right now. So if what you're doing right now doesn't really reflect strength and courage and loving yourself, you need to change that. That's what Spirit's saying. And you are on the right track in order for this to happen. So don't give up. All right, you guys, now we're going to go into the Empress. We have Divine Feminine. All right, so the Empress, of course, is all about our feminine nature. It's also about abundant energy and creation, mother vibe energy. So what opportunities are calling out to you at this time? Ooh, Ruby, Zest for Life. Love this. This red energy, it's about passion, creativity. So something is calling you right now. It's calling your attention. I love that they're both in red. So to me, this is just like really, really confident. You're really passionate, a lot of inspiration, a lot of fire, courage, strength, all of the above. So this is just basically telling you here what's going to make you truly feel alive. You're wanting to create a life that really represents this energy. So what are the things that you can start doing, today in order to make this a reality, turn this into a reality? Maybe you're doing something right now. Don't be afraid to let go of something. So I feel like there is a new avenue or a new door that's opening up for you. And what it's doing is it's giving you an opportunity to let go and purge the old, expel the old, so that way you can be rebirthed into this new version of yourself. So I definitely feel like this major ending, like you're letting go of a job that you can't stand, or you're letting go of a life that just no longer matches up with who you are. And that's okay, because things change. You change, people grow. Look at you, the wise woman. Some of you, it might have taken you a long time. Maybe you're older now, but guess what? It's never really too late. I mean, let's be realistic. It might be a little too late for you to do certain things because maybe physically you can't do those things anymore. So that's kind of a wide blanket statement, but really it's never too late to start over if that's something that we really want to do. We don't have to accept a shitty life. We don't have to accept shitty experiences. We don't have to accept a shitty partner, right? We can find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm just getting here, you guys, that you want to live your life in a completely new way. But you are going to have to let go of something. And you're wise enough and you're experienced enough to be able to survive in this new world, thrive in this new life that you're wanting to create for yourself. So this could be a new job, a new living situation. Or just, maybe like going from, your children, you've been rearing children your entire life. And so now they're all moved out, or, maybe in college, or they're just living their lives. And now it's time for you to live your life. So that could be it as well. Some of you guys might be going through a divorce or just a major breakup. And so you're wanting to start over. But some of you guys are happily married, or you're in happy relationships. And this isn't about a relationship. This is just about the relationship that you have with yourself. Really, truly wanting to do something that matches up with, your heart's desire. So this is telling you here that anything that you want to do, you can do it. But you got to find a way to, make these dreams come true. So you've got to put energy and time and dedication into that this coming year. There could also be an opportunity where a person comes in, a wise woman, that actually helps to give you advice on your life, helps you to see things in a different way, helps you to kind of step into your power. So there could be somebody who's experienced and they kind of take you under their wing. You're like an apprentice to them. So be on the lookout for opportunities where maybe somebody wants to take you in or work with you or collaborate with you. Peel back the layers, tree. This could be, this wise woman could be like a therapist or like a spiritual teacher or advisor, and they're helping you to peel back the layers of what's holding you back from living your best life. So you're discovering that and you're purging things that don't resonate with you anymore in order to get to kind of the core of who you truly are. And who you truly are is you want to live your best frickin' life. That's what you truly want. We have King of Pentacles. Fantastic. The King of Pentacles is the counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. Stable. Some of you guys are in a stable relationship right now, so it's not really about, trying to find another person. But I'm getting a bunch of different information. Some of you guys are actually leaving a financially stable situation where maybe somebody's taking care of you, right? And it's scary to leave because you're afraid that you're going to lose your stability. But what I'm getting here with this wise woman is that you have many resources. You have many experiences behind your belt. You are going to be able to start over and make it. You have the wisdom to basically get through anything. So this King of Pentacles might be somebody that you guys are cutting ties with. But this could be also someone new that you are attracting to yourself, or you are becoming your own King of Pentacles. You are becoming the head of household. You are taking care of yourself. You're taking care of your garden. But I feel like some of you guys could be attracting this person in. You're attracting in the kind of person that's going to be stable in your life, not somebody who's going to be just on the outskirts or somebody that doesn't want to commit. This is definitely going to be somebody who sees your value, treats you like a queen, etc. So when you see yourself as a queen, you attract a partner that also treats you and sees you like a queen. So I feel like there's just a couple of different messages in there for you guys. And this is Taurus energy. So the King of Pentacles is Taurus and the Empress is ruled by Venus, which is Taurus. So I feel like there could be Taurus season, which would be kind of like April, May time, where some of you guys could even meet this individual. So this is what you're attracting to you. You're attracting an opportunity to meet a potential mate, or you're attracting an opportunity to where you can be the breadwinner, the head of household, where you can take care of yourself and you don't need someone else. You don't even need a partner. And so a lot of that feeling of being stable is going to be restored for you. Okay. So just take that as you will. All right. And our last card is the High Priestess, hidden knowledge. So this says, how are you connected to your higher self and where is it leading you right now? Let's look. Hey, we have ancestors. So it could be that some of you guys are working with ancestors. Stella is my grandmother's name. I absolutely love that name. So yes, ancestors. Some of you guys will be working with ancestors. Some of your ancestors are giving you some sort of hidden knowledge or information that's actually going to help you with decision making, or they're going to provide some sort of wisdom on the experiences that they've had, and they're going to be passing that on to you. This could even be people that are still alive. They don't have to be passed on. We have compromise, arrangement, settlement, and happy medium. Compromise. Okay, so how are you connecting to your higher self and where is it leading you? What I'm getting here is that you are learning to differentiate between your emotions and your intuition. So instead of allowing your emotions to compromise you and make decisions that are emotionally charged, or like, to me, the difference between our emotions and our intuitions, the intuition is very calm and it's just like a very firm, grounded, just inner knowingness. The emotions, there's a lot of anxiety. It's like, I have to do this right now. It's like this firecracker, you're almost shaking. That to me is emotional. So that's just me personally. Everyone might be different, but I feel like this is kind of trying to find a happy medium between the two, because both of them have value. Sometimes your emotions will really save your ass in situations. Sometimes that anxiety that tells you get the hell out, that's actually saving you. So that doesn't even need to be intuition at that point. But I feel like this happy medium energy is like we're learning kind of how to trust ourselves instead of constantly relying on our ancestors, or relying on tarot, or relying on things that we watch to like make our decisions. Me personally, I don't do readings for myself and I don't get them. That's just me. If something comes through a reading, when I'm channeling information like I'm doing right now, that's fantastic. But other than that, I don't really consult my cards to make decisions for me. I let a lot of things flow, or I allow my own intuition without tools to basically be my guide. So I feel like sometimes it's like we we rely too much on tools. We rely too much on maybe what other people are saying or what a tarot card reading says. Sometimes we have to find that medium to where we're relying on ourselves and that we trust ourselves enough to basically have the wisdom to make these decisions. And sometimes we need to make decisions that maybe are not the right decisions, because maybe making a mistake, which there really is no such thing, but when there's a consequence, maybe there is a lesson in that consequence. You just never know, you know? So that's what I'm getting there. Wow, this just came out. We have the Wraith, refusal and denial. Okay. How are you connecting to your higher self? It might be that we are refusing to listen to something. We ask for the information. We ask, let's just say, for the help of our ancestors. We get a sign, but we don't like it. How many times have we done that? I know I've done it before. I ask for a sign and I get the sign, and I know damn well that sign is not going to be in the way that I want things to go, but it's a sign. I asked for it. Do I listen? Do I refuse? Do I purposely block it out? I have before. And I've done shit anyways, only to fall on my face. But you know what? You learn by trial and error. So I just feel kind of like with tarot, you're never really going to master it. Your intuition, I kind of feel, is the same. You may not ever truly master it. You're only human at the end of the day. We all have hangups. We all have emotions, and we're not always going to be crystal clear. Our energy is not always going to be 100%. So sometimes there is room for human error, you know? So it's about not denying that you have emotions, not being ashamed that you have emotions, but it's also about learning when to listen and when to recognize the signs, and learning how to almost in a way honor what you asked. It's like praying for something and getting an answer, but you don't like it. So you say, fuck it, I'm not going to take that. It's kind of like a dishonorable thing to do. You know, you ask for help and then someone helps you and then you just kind of blow it off. So it's kind of the same way with our guides and the thing is, they all understand that we're only human and that we're going to do what we want to do ultimately. So they're not holding a grudge. It's just that at some point, by refusing to listen or acknowledge or honor things when we ask for them or deny the truth, it just ends up hurting us in the end, you know? And we have the 10 of Cups, contentment and joy. What I'm getting here is that your higher self, your spirit guides, the goal is to be ultimately contentment. That didn't even make sense. The ultimate happiness and joy and contentment that you can experience on this planet. I just watched Avatar last night, and this card reminds me somewhat of Avatar, just so beautiful, all like these dragons and I just remember thinking to myself, like, wow, no wonder he wants to join that world and stay there. You know what I mean? Because it's like amazing. And it's all about like, you know, peace and love. And it just seemed like heaven to me, right? But I just feel like this is what our higher self is leading us to. Our higher self is always leading us to the most happiest, ultimate, joyous outcome. Okay. It's not designed. We didn't come here to earth and for spirit to just say constantly, you know, to just be unhappy and miserable and depressed and be punished for everything. It's not really what God wants. It's not what the universe wants. But we can create our own suffering. And so I just feel like this is just a reminder that your higher self is always connected to source, and source is love. And the only time that we are going to suffer is through our human suffering when we're not connected to source. And it doesn't mean that because you're connected to source that life can't happen, because it does. But I just feel like this particular message is saying, how are you connecting to your higher self and where it's leading you? It is about taking more time and sitting with source and connecting to source, because the more that you do it, the more that you take time out of your human life and what's going on in the 3D world, and you're connecting to this divine love and source, the more content and joyous you're going to feel in this life. Okay. And we're not denying reality. But what we're doing is we're finding a happy medium, because I've seen both things. I've seen people get completely plugged into, the 5D, and, they hate planet Earth and they don't want to be here and this sucks. And, they're just kind of in all this like 5D energy, and they're losing touch with their human counterparts, or the relationships that they have in front of them. We see a lot of this stuff actually with some of these specials that I've seen recently. I'm not even going to name them, but these cults right now, there's always like a kind of a trend, right? True crime was, I feel like, the trend last year. This year, it seems like it's cults, and a lot of spiritual cults, right? You can totally lose your shit and lose your mind spiritually. You can. Not only am I witnessing it on these cult specials, I've actually seen it myself, and I'm not even going to go into it because it hits too close to home. It's too personal, but sometimes you can get completely lost and drunk off of your own freaking ego, and you think it's actually coming from this like spiritual divine place or God. And then I've seen the opposite end of the spectrum, these spiritual people that demonize spirituality and say, oh my God, it's the devil that's talking to you. That's why I'm kind of coming to this happy medium. It's about realizing that everything in life, when in balance and moderation, kind of just flowing right in the middle, that's actually really where the most joy is. This extreme high and this extreme low, it doesn't work out. It just never does. So I don't know if I'm articulating myself good enough here, but that's just what I feel like the message is. Learn how to fly right in the middle, and learn how to use your logic, which as a human being here on this planet, you were given this logic to save your ass. You were given your shadow side to save your ass in situations where your love and light energy is not really going to help you. And then there are other times where that divine love, joyous, forgiving, merciful, compassionate energy is going to move mountains. So it's learning how to navigate this life with both energies, and being okay with being both a human being and a spiritual being, and realizing that both of those things have their purpose. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to end it there. I have no idea if that made sense, but that's what I got for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading, and thank you guys so much for choosing to watch it. I will catch you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.